Yes. Hello. Professor Kelly Animal Birchfield here for another installment of the LCP Academy's Out of Context series, where I read some random quote from a philosopher and inspire you to go on your own philosophical journey to determine for yourself what it is this philosopher could possibly mean. Today, I'm reading from Aristotle, specifically his Nicomachean Ethics. But presumably the remark that the best good is happiness is apparently something generally agreed. And what we miss is a clearer statement of what the best good is. Well, perhaps we shall find the best good if we first find the function of a human being. For just as the good, i.e., doing well for a flautist, a sculptor, and every craftsman, and in general for whatever has a function and characteristic action, seems to depend on its function, the same seems to be true for a human being, if a human being has some function. He goes on, as most philosophers do. Then do the carpenter and the leather worker have their functions and actions, while a human being has none and is by nature idle without any function? Or, just as eye, hand, foot, and in general every bodily part apparently has its functions, may we likewise ascribe to a human being some function besides all of theirs? What then could this be? For living is apparently shared with plants, but what are we looking for? What we are looking for, that is the special function of a human being. Hence, we should set aside the life of nutrition and growth. The life next in order is some sort of life of sense perception, but this too is apparently shared with horse, ox, and every animal. The remaining possibility then is some sort of life of action of the part of the soul that has reason. Now, this part has two parts, which have reason in different ways. One as obeying the reason in the other part, the other as itself having reason and thinking. We intend both. Moreover, life is also spoken of in two ways, as capacity and as activity. And we must take a human being's special function to be life as activity, since this seems to be called life to a fuller extent. Of course, this is very loaded. Whether taken out of context or placed back in context, there is much meaning to be found here, and so I hope that you can write down what it is you think Aristotle's getting at. Reference the words I just spoke to you. Reference your own beliefs, your faith, your life experiences in answering that question. And then read on. Read some more Aristotle. Gain some more context. Possibly peruse the scholarly literature. But first and foremost, inspect your own interpretation. If you'd like, we have concentrated philosophical resources on our webpage. And we are concentrating more and more upon whatever preposition you'd like to use concerning those resources as time progresses. We'd like to expand those resources for you. And if you're having trouble finding more resources, consider becoming a member student. You can also hash out your thoughts there on our Discord course discussion boards, which are instructionally overseen by me. Or you may consider getting some one-on-one consultation through our philosophical consultation services. Check out our webpage, www.lcpfoundation.org for more. And in the meanwhile, this outro music. I hope you enjoy your philosophical journey. Of course, if you'd like to see more content or better production out of me, as you might be dissatisfied with this cell phone recording and this $120 laptop speaker, or maybe it's doing just fine. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm from within this context, and it is out of context. Stay tuned for more.